If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem lit? Putting on the Ritz, spangled gowns upon the bevy of high browns from down the levee, all misfits. Putting on the Ritz, that's where each and every Lulu Belle goes. Every Thursday evening with her swell bows, rubbing elbows, come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits.
Now, let me tell you something. This is my regular blog. Now, you're saying to yourself, this man is always talking about politics and he's straightening out the whole world in his own mind and he always has his enemies he's attacking. Why don't we hear something pleasant from him on the new year? That's why I want to talk to you about something very, very entertaining that has nothing to do with political issues. I told you in my New Year's speech that I told you that people should stop living for just material things and they should have higher values than that. And we shouldn't judge a person by how much money he's got, and as though the material things should be the barometer of your success in life. And I said that not because it's a false way to judge a human being, and it's a ridiculous, preposterous attempt at creating a personal relationships, that a personal relationship will be defined by who has how much of what. But the truth of the matter is that the people who have all this money and trying to pretend they're so successful because of the money are living a miserable life besides that. Chances are a middle-class person is enjoying life a lot more than a billionaire or a billionaire. Now you're saying to yourself, that sounds ridiculous. Why is he better off? He's better off because he lives a life that is not involved with phony pretension. And once you're involved with phony pretension, you're never enjoying yourself. You're never having a good time. Because if an average person wants to enjoy himself, he eats what he likes, because he doesn't have to prove to you he went to a French restaurant, where the chances are he'll be bored to death with food that has no taste. He'll eat a Frankfurter or a hamburger. He'll eat something that he loves and he really enjoys, like cheese and bacon and crackers, and those are the things that are flavorful and tasty and makes him have a fantastic time, because he doesn't have to prove to you how rich he is. As soon as he gets rich, he says, I'm not going to eat a Frankfurter, which is something he really enjoys. He's going to go to a French restaurant and sit down with food he doesn't understand, has no taste or flavor. He pays $312 for a plate with a sauce on it, and there's nothing else there but a sauce. And he doesn't know what the hell he's looking at, and he's got no service, but he enjoys it because he's in a fancy restaurant. And you're living a lie, because there's no way to enjoy it. But you just have to feel rich. Is richness so important and the feeling of money so important that has to overwhelm everything you enjoy in life? So he sits there and waits for a waiter to come over. They never show up. In French restaurants, they walk around with tuxedos, and it looks like a fashion show for waiters. That's all it is. They're marching and walking, and you're supposed to enjoy the ambience. The fact that they never serve you any food is supposed to be a pleasure. Look how they don't bother you with food. Look at the fancy, elegant service here. That's what they mean by fine dining. Fine dining means you sit there like a dummy and you wait for a month and you get nothing out of it and you're just enjoying yourself without food. Then if you want to eat and really enjoy yourself, you have to sneak into McDonald's 2 o'clock in the morning and eat something you enjoy. Because there's nothing you enjoy in a French restaurant. There's no way. Not only that, there's no food on the plate even when they serve it to you. There's nothing on the plate. You're sitting and looking at the plate and there's nothing there. And you think you're having a good time. What's on the plate? Why do you think they call it nouvelle cuisine? That means there's no food. Here's the best proof that there's no food on the plate. Why do you think in French restaurants there's no lights? Why? Because there's no food. That's the only reason. I once bought a steak in a French restaurant. I couldn't find it. It was under a mushroom. That's only one example of the kind of a life you live. But this is symbolic of everything that you do when you're rich. You go to do things and pay for things that you don't understand and you don't enjoy, like you go to a ballet. Nobody living enjoys a ballet. I have the highest respect for ballet dancers and everything they represent. It's a fantastic form of art. It's so exacting and precise, and I'm not going to make fun of them. But if you're claiming you enjoy a ballet, you're a liar. 1 person out of 9 million enjoys a ballet, but they go to the ballet. Ask a person who goes to ballet, do you enjoy the ballet? Sure, I loved it. What did you see? I saw a lot of people. A girl was walking around, flying around. Nobody knows why. She was crashing into this guy, that guy. Once throws her around. Nobody knows why they're throwing her around. They don't know what they're watching because she's on her toes all the time. She's always on her toes, and everybody's wondering, why don't they get a taller girl? You know why? Because you don't know what you're talking about. You're lying to yourself. You're wasting your time. You're just feeling rich, and you're being miserable. Forget about trying to be a pretentious lunatic, living a great fancy life. Live a life you enjoy and do what you please, and don't have to be so busy trying to feel like you're somebody you're not so that you can enjoy yourself while you're pretending to have a good time and you're miserable and nauseous and wasting your time. Do what you like and you'll enjoy life.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem flits? Putting on the Ritz, spangled gowns upon the bevy of high browns from down the levee, all misfits. Putting on that certain Ritz, that's where each and every Lulu belle goes. Every Thursday evening with her swell foes, rubbing elbows, come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits, putting on the Ritz. Come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits, putting on the